Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are planning for the week of July 7th through the 13th and we are using the kit Cherry Cola from SPC as well as the Cherry Foil Bundle from Caress Press in red. I think it's just red, or is it sparkly red? No, it's just red. And I thought, even though we have a deep red in the kit, I thought the little pop of bright red in the foil would just add a little extra something to this cherry set. And I did decide to bring in the extra color, which is blue. And so I did that on the sidebar for Thursday. Just have a little bit less of the really dark red. But we do have it in the bottom washi. And I also used the dark red glitter headers in the sidebar. Sort of like to bring those in that way. But yeah, so I'm going to do my usual color blocking. And there was no double box seen in this set, so I just laid out my boxes as is, and yeah, I think it turned out really cute. A much more deeper summer kit versus last week and versus the next week that you'll see soon. But yeah, I just really liked the colors and I really love the design. I love cherry stuff, I love cola, so cherry cola was right up my alley. For this spread to use this on. And this week was actually the week of my dad's birthday, and I also finished a custom for SPC as well, and there was also an update of the new patch season for Nikki, so it was Blue Tears season came out, and yeah, so lots of stuff, reading as well. But otherwise, there's probably not too much left to say for this base. I know you've seen the base a bajillion times, so let's just finish it up and get started on planning day by day. Again, I apologize for my nails, but I'm taking a break from putting my stickers on. I don't have that many left, and they're kind of expensive, so I'm just doing without for a while. And I still have my injured hand, so it's just easier not to have to deal with all the nail stuff while this finger is like numb, pins and needly at the tip, like around the nail, so I don't want to mess with it. But on the sidebar here, I just have the book that I was reading, which was The Galaxy and the Ground Within, which was the last Wayfarer series book by Becky Chambers, and I did finish that this week. And then in my to-dos, I just have custom, called my dad for his birthday, and also we streamed on the weekend. And I think we streamed Infinity Nikki, yeah, because obviously the new season came out, so you could play a little bit of that. But let's get into the day by day, and we'll start off with Monday. And these patterns are so cute, so I definitely want to bring in plenty of those. But as always, we have Coffee Monday at the beginning, and then I had a plan with me go live, and then I was working on the custom for SPC for most of the day, getting stuff done. I think actually this custom already came out. This was the new board gamer set for SPC, so yeah, because she released it fairly soon after I sent it. But let's put in plan with me. And then I'm just going to use some of the red icons and the work scripts from the Caress Press pack just to bring in a bit more of that red foil. We'll see how the spread turns out. After pulling the stickers, I'm not 100% positive this is all going to turn out the way I would like, but we'll see how it goes. And we'll deal with it, it's fine. So then we were watching the show Population 11, which was like a dark comedy from Australia that stars, it starred Ben Feldman, who is Jonah in Superstore, but he's also in Mad Men, and we decided to watch it because it was like a dark comedy mystery set in the outback in Australia, and well, we enjoyed Ben Feldman, so I thought it was an enjoyable show. I wouldn't rewatch it, I got what I wanted out of it, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Then I played some Dreamlight Valley and then watched some Little Simsy on YouTube. So that was Monday. On Tuesday, it was my dad's birthday. So I put that in, and of course we had a good 2-hour long conversation. So I'll also put that in. Called my dad. And then also the Nikki Blue Tears season began. So I want to mark that in as well. It was a shorter patch in the game and I really enjoyed it. It was a really beautiful story. And I have non-stop been listening to the soundtrack for it because they released all the music for this game on like Apple Music and stuff. And it's the perfect soundtrack. I love every single track from this season of the game. It was so good. Just the music is just top tier. So then, I don't have much left to put in here. I guess I was supposed to put bigger things here, but that's alright. I will deal. So of course I played a lot of Nikki this day, but we also watched some Population 11. And I also read The Galaxy and the Ground Within. And then in the middle, I guess I'm just going to use a big box for this, but we got Friends and Burgers for delivery, which is just like a fancier burger chain that exists here. Friends and Burgers, and then read. Super simple, but yeah, I was playing a lot of Nikki this day. And I didn't do much work because after calling my dad for 2 hours and blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. I was pooped. So that was Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, I had a Plan With Me go live. So let's put this one in. These cute little patterns. Plan With Me. And then I did do some work. Put that in there. And also some laundry. So we'll put this here. I didn't have much to put in this day because I was mostly working and mostly playing Infinity Nikki. So the Plan With Me in, and then the work iPad. You can get the script off my finger. And then laundry. I'll write those in. It's getting sunny outside today. And then I just have 2 more things to put in. So we were watching Reno 911. I think, yeah, we finished Population 11 this day. I think I only had like 12. I think I did 12 episodes. It's just, you know, a limited series. So it was all like wrapped up. So we were watching Reno 911. And then I was playing a lot of Infinity Nikki, so I'll use this bigger box for Nikki. And that was the first half of the week. Super duper simple. Not much else going on. That's always nice. So then Thursday, I need to get my blue stickers out for Thursday. The first thing I want to mark was that I did work. And yeah, I finished the set this day, so I did work. And then I'm going to put here that I sent the files. I have more limited stickers for the blue because there's no chubby little things. So make some more room here. And we also had groceries delivered. And then I sent the files off to Andrea. And put these in. Groceries. Although they've gone back to delivering them in boxes instead of in bags again, so who knows what's up with that. So let's put in send files. And then of course I was free to do what I wished. Well, I was not free, but you know, I finished my work, huzzah. So I put on some new nails. And then I'm going to use some little things here. At the end of the day, of course, I was reading my book. We also started rewatching Always Sunny. Because we love Always Sunny. And I haven't done a full rewatch in a long time. So, you know, we started off with episode 1, season 1. And before that, I was also playing some more Infinity Nikki. So use this little cowboy version of her. So cute. And then we'll put in Always Sunny, which I still have some very old scripts to use for that. And then I'm just going to use this phone icon to use Read. I decided to bring in some black icons if I didn't have red ones that worked from the Press bundle. But yeah, so I thought that the phone icon could also work for Kindle because that's what I was reading with. I'm also writing Infinity Nikki in again because I only have 2 scripts left. And of course I marked Infinity Nikki more than twice in this spread. So back to handwriting it because I don't have the scripts anymore. I've used them all up. Alright, so I can get rid of those blue pages now. We'll get back to these colors. We got Friday. I had another Plan With Me go live. And then I was playing Dreamlight Valley. You know, just catching up on that. Making sure I do my dream snaps and things. I think my dream snap around this time, I only got like 2,500 moonstones. It wasn't my best, but the one I just did got 4,000 again. But I was at like number 1,600, so I probably won't ever do better than my 400 one, but that's okay. It's been fun to like just play Dreamlight Valley a bit casually here and there and have something else to play. And again, watching more Always Sunny, the show we just put on now, you know, to enjoy. And then we decided to get KFC this night, just, you know, for fun. It takes a long time to get delivered here, so we very rarely do the KFC, but you know, we're just feeling it. So we got KFC, and then they left out my Twister, which was very sad. Like, I got the Twister meal, and I got the meal, but I didn't get the Twister. But luckily we also got nuggets, and we got extra crispy strips to like reheat for the next day to make our own Twisters. So for that night I at least had more food. I had some, I ended up having one of the crispy strips and some nuggets. But I was so sad my Twister was missing. And like it's like a 50-minute delivery, so they asked us if we wanted to have just a Twister delivered, and it just didn't seem worth it. So yeah, we just got some money credit for that. Oh well. And then I was watching Let's Play Kay stream, usually Dreamlight Valley, and then I actually finished the book this night, The Galaxy in the Ground Within, which I gave 4 stars, and really enjoyed the whole series. It was just a really good, cozy sci-fi. And that was Friday. So on Saturday, we started the day off by watching some Always Sunny. And then I had to go to the chemist and refill my prescription, and I decided this time, well, Locke told me I should, so I did. I decided to pick up 3 months worth of my medication, which is actually the last of my prescription. So once I finish up these 3 bottles, I need to email the psychiatrist for a refill, but that way I don't have to keep going to the chemist every single month, because it's honestly really hard for me to get to the chemist. I just put it off so much. So yes, it's nice that once a bottle is done, I still have 2 more, you know, to go. So it's just a big prescription fill this day. And then I was playing Dreamlight Valley. And then we watched another movie this weekend. We've been watching a lot of movies on Saturdays, but this time we watched Goldmember, which is the third. That is the third Austin Powers film. So, you know, we watched that and finished off Austin Powers. And then, of course, later that night, I had streaming, because I don't start streaming until... Oh, I just realized it'd go the opposite way. I didn't start streaming until 9 p.m. So I got a lot of my Saturday before I stream. So you're able to watch a movie and whatnot. But yeah, so I streamed Infinity Nikki, and then I started my new book, which is gonna be, I'm sure I'll put Hunger here, but in the next on the Sunday I'll put a bigger box so I can put the full title in, but I started reading the second Bloodsworn saga book by John Gwynne called The Hunger of the Gods, which is like a Viking fantasy that I really enjoyed the first book. So I read Hunger of the Gods, and I also enjoyed this the second book a lot. So I don't own the third book yet, so I'm waiting to read that. But The Hunger of the Gods was also really good. So I'll just leave it as that because I can't fit The Hunger of the Gods in the little thing. Let me just ahead of time put the fancy label at the bottom here for The Hunger of the Gods for the second night. But this next one, we're gonna put Bandy Nikki here, and then maybe we'll put fancy label here for journaling. No, I planned this day. Planned and then watched Always Sunny and then played Infinity Nikki. As a girl loves to do, I play it every single day, even if it's just for 20 minutes to get my dailies done. Although it's very painful right now because I streamed like the end of the first chapter last week on Saturday. And let me just keep going. I'll write this in at the end. Anyway, so yeah, I did that. But now the second the next and last chapters have come out, and I'm like, should I play it or not? Like, or should I wait till I'm on stream so then, because maybe people who watch a stream are invested now or not. But now I can't actually play most of the new updated stuff without finishing the story because it unlocks like a whole new section of the island and unlocks a whole bunch of different new games and platforming levels. So now I'm stuck. I know it's Thursday, but so it's not too long until I can stream it, but I'm just like, I want to play the story so bad so I can play the rest of the game. Anyway. Okay, so then on Sunday we started watching a new show, and it was Ghosts US. So I'm going to put US here because there's a Ghost UK, which is the original, and then this is the Ghost US version. And we have now watched both versions, and they're both really good. They're both different in good ways. And yeah, so Ghost US we started watching first, playing Dreamlight Valley, and then reading Hunger of the Gods. Alright, so I filled that out there. But yeah, really enjoyed Ghost US and really enjoyed Ghost UK, so highly recommend both. It's about a couple who inherit an old house, and then an accident happens, and the wife, Sam, she is able to now see ghosts, and the ghosts who live in the mansion, and stuff ensues, and it's a comedy, like sitcom-y thing. So yeah, it's really fun. And both US and UK shows kind of do it differently and have very different kinds of characters, so it was really fun to watch both of them. This is when we started Ghost US, which we've already watched the 5 seasons of it. It has been renewed, I think, for both 6 and 7, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's on CBS or something, but anyway. That is the finished half of the week, so now let me clear things away, and then we'll open the planner up and do some last bits. Alright, here we are with the spread all in the planner, in my new second half of the year planner, which is hot pink. It goes well with this set, I guess. But yeah, looking really cute. I do want to add some more touches of the red foil throughout, so I'm going to add these like little cherries and flowers, the little bits and bobs she's got here, but not on the ones that have red foil on them already. I just want to bring a little extra red foil throughout. Get some of these cherries in. But yeah, sorry that this plan with me ended up being super duper short, but it was a pretty quick and easy, simple week, just your typical week. I think that's what I'm going to do in just the cherries. But that is the finished spread. If you like it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Leave down below in the comments cherries, of course. I think there's a cherry emoji. I'm pretty sure. Oh, this top isn't quite cut off, so I will snip it a bit. There we go. These are my new scissors, by the way, because I injured my hand with my old scissors. So this was them. And yeah, they obviously too small for my hands, and I completely pinched a nerve. So these are my new scissors, which, you know, you use like this. So it's a lot safer in the hands, and yeah, I'm really excited to use those. But yeah, leave some cherries in the comments down below if you enjoyed this. I hope your summer or winter is going well, depending on where you live. Yeah, we're finally getting some cooler weather here, but it's been hot for ages, and yeah, it's still a bit warm. But I hope you're having a good week, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye.